Coming up on the Sports Desk, the city of Torrance sent all 5 high school football squads to the CIF playoffs this month. After the first round, there were only 2 standing, but guess what? Those 2 still making some serious playoff noise. Find out how far they're going. And with basketball season coming right up, South High hosts its annual alumni basketball game. Let's check in on some Spartans of old and see if they still got it. Plus, this talented athlete has dedicated his life to the game he loves most. College is just one step along the way to fulfilling a lifelong dream, and see why playing for one of the top programs in the country will pay dividends off the field as well. All that coming up and more right now on the Sports Desk. Hey there folks, hope y'all had a great holiday. I'm Wan Hernandez. Welcome back as we gear up for another week right here on the Sports Desk. Now, before you get antsy and ready to dive into previewing winter sports, there's still 2 teams in town tearing up the CIF playoffs. The first, North High. We've known all season the Saxons could and would score points on just about anybody, but driving deep into the playoffs with the home semifinal matchup against a top-seeded Bishop Diego squad that racked up over 3,000 yards this season and averaged over 38 points a game, man, Saxons will need to get back to averaging almost 45 points a game to get to the league finals, right? Brittany Johnson is going to give you that highlight.
The Saxons got off to a slow start against Bishop Diego and went scoreless in the first. Second quarter, they were able to get on the board and even the score at 7 with this 12-yard TD pass to Jenkins in the left corner. Third quarter, Mikey takes this one to the 28. George completed 18 of 21 passes. The drive ended with this 3-yard TD run from TJ Young, 14-7 Saxons. George to Jenkins for 19 yards to put the ball on Bishop's 20. This was just one of 4 successful 4th down conversions tonight. Same drive, George runs it in for a Saxons TD. They go for 2, but don't get the conversion. Saxons up 6 in the 4th. Defensive lineman Keith Thompson recovers the Bishop fumble. The Saxons scored 3 plays later. George ran in a TD. They go for the 2-point conversion, and it's good. The Saxons take a 28-14 lead. Then, to get the crowd going even more, they recovered an onside kick to seal the deal.
It's an amazing feeling. I feel like saying I want to go to Disneyland right now, but I'm not in the Super Bowl. Yeah, it's amazing.
It must feel like you guys won the Super Bowl already, though.
Oh yeah, we're going to celebrate. We're right back to work tomorrow at 9 in the morning. We just got used to the game, used to the feel of everything. Everybody's nerves went down, and we just came out, started playing like we used to, how we should play.
You guys, your offense was never questioned this year. It was your defense. How did your defense step up this game?
And they stepped up huge this week, holding them to 7 points in each half. That was great. And they just gave me the ball, and I finished it. We'll do what we've done all year long. We don't want to change anything right now. We've had a pretty decent formula for success so far, and I'm not going to tweak it too much right now.
The Saxons are going to their first CIF final since 2004. Here's a little history for you. The North Saxons actually lost CIF title games back in 1983, 2001, and 2004. With that said, this season their offense has put up some huge numbers, and their defense has been banging it out as well.
So North, like Brittany said, headed to their first CIF championship game since '04. They get there in convincing fashion, shutting down Bishop Diego's offense. Like I said earlier, the Cardinals had averaged over 38 points a game. Those Cardinals unis look familiar. It's because this is the same squad that came to South High in the first round, left behind a 43-9 thumping. On their second drive down from Santa Barbara to Torrance, they managed just 7 points a half. An all-around team effort in this win on both sides of the ball. George Hernandez leading his team as usual with the touchdown pass to Devontae Jenkins, part of his 243 yards passing. Hernandez also had a scoring run of 16 yards to break that 14-14 tie in the third quarter. Up next, North hosting Nordoff of Ventura County. Like I said, North's first trip to the league finals since 2004 and 3 trips to the title game for this school. Never won a CIF championship. That game on Saturday, December 1st. We want to make sure everybody in town makes it out to the Saxons home field to support these guys and see if they can make school history. So looking forward to seeing you all there. And maybe you're not going to make it to the see North host the Northwest Division Finals. Maybe it's because you're busy cheering on the last team to beat the Saxons this year when they take on Bay League rival Palos Verdes for the CIF Championship in the Northern bracket. Yep, It's an all-Bay League title game across the South Bay, and this one after the Warriors make a 4-hour drive to visit Atascadero and absolutely dismantle the Greyhounds. Joey Notch completed 16 of 23 for 180 yards and 2 TDs. Barry Thomas, another solid night with 127 yards on 26 carries. The Warriors hang 37 on Atascadero, but just as impressive as the fast-paced offense's numbers, the defense forcing another 5 turnovers in this one. Matt Bozen turned in 4 sacks in the first half alone. Now, tell me more about this matchup with Palos Verdes, Juan. All right, I got you guys covered. PV, they've won consecutive Bay League titles. They're 10-3 on the season, just like the Warriors, except the Sea Kings took the first meeting between these two back in October. 47-14 was the final tally in that one. Actually marked the end of West's 3-game slide in league play. At that time, the Warriors were basically looking at a do-or-die scenario in their last 2 weeks of the regular season. Haven't lost a game since then, so it's safe to say this is not the same team that lost to PV the first time around. Remember the last playoff rematch these guys got against the league rival? Yeah, ask Miracosta if they'd rather have their regular season win over West or the playoff thrashing they got from the Warriors. So check out this run for Coach Holt's squad since that loss to PV. The Warriors have outscored their opponents 237-81 in those 5 games. It's an average score of 47-16 in that stretch. Man, if this was NBA Jams, the whole team probably going to be running around the field in flames, scoring points and flying all over everybody. So West headed to their first CIF final since 2006. North headed to their first final since 2004. No, we won't get to see another matchup between these two if they both take home CIF crowns, but we will be there this weekend to take in both games. All right, everybody, coming up after the break, it's unofficially time for Winter Sports 2. The South High basketball team gearing up for the 2012-2013 season by taking on the same athletes that paved the path for them not too long ago. See what the Spartans got in store for the season when they lace up for their annual alumni game.
There are thousands of dogs and cats housed in shelters that need your help. Local shelter professionals and volunteers give their heart and soul to help unwanted animals and deserve your support. Americans give millions every year to national animal organizations, but unless you give to your local shelter, you can't be sure that money will make it to the pets that need it most. Adopt, volunteer, and give to your local animal shelter. To find your local shelter, go to humaneforpets.org.
This could be a bicycle. Or a bat. This could be a robot. Or an airplane. This could be a playground. This could be a book bag.
Or a soccer ball.
This could be a book. This could be beautiful. This cannot be trash. This can all be recycled. Learn more at thiscouldbe.org.
One of my biggest passions in life is animals. That's why I've worked with Morris Animal Foundation for over 40 years. Morris Animal Foundation is a world leader in helping animals live longer, healthier lives. You can too. Just show your support at morrisanimalfoundation.org.
To help cats, dogs, horses, and wildlife live healthier lives, visit morrisanimalfoundation.org, where we are advancing science that will create a healthier tomorrow for animals.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Sports Desk. We're going to go back into the playoff hunt this year, but now up in the JC ranks, another strong El Camino squad, the women's volleyball team. 2012 regular season saw the Warriors reach over 30 consecutive South Coast Conference wins en route to a 10th, yeah, I said it, 10th conference title in the last 11 years. Come playoff time, it just wasn't meant to be as Elko falls in the second round of the SoCal Regional Playoffs to undefeated LA Pierce College. Pierce entered the playoffs undefeated on the year with the top seed in the tourney and on a mission for their 3rd consecutive state title. So the Warriors, they pick a tough team to bow out against. Taryn Luafa-Lamana leading the way for the Warriors with 10 kills and 2 blocks, but Elko struggles against a strong Pierce crew that made next to no mistakes. They go down in 3 straight, ending another solid season. Some individual highlights from the year: sophomore Nigeria Owens earned South Coast Conference co-MVP honors. The sophomore middle blocker finished the regular season with 66 blocks in just 74 sets. 5 Warriors in total were selected to the All-SEC team this year, led by sophomore Luafa-Lamana, and of course, guiding the whole squad every step of the way, Coach LaValle Pattison earned her 11th SEC Coach of the Year award. Another notable athlete with a huge accomplishment this fall, coming out of Bishop Montgomery's cross-country program, Danielle Shanahan took second in the CIF Division IV state finals over the holiday weekend. Shanahan won her Southern Section division title the week before. In this meet, she comes up short, but actually overtook another runner in the final mile of the 5,000-meter course at Woodward Park, finishing with a final time of 18 minutes, 12 seconds. Faster than me, I'm going to tell you that. And like I told you, it's time to start looking at winter sports and seeing what some squads around town have in store for us. We'll start that process with the South High girls basketball team. Last year, the Spartans finished with an 8-2 record that won them the Pioneer League title. With some of the players who have since graduated living close enough to scrimmage with their old teammates, what better way to put this year's squad to the test than the annual alumni game? Aaron Giddens headed out there for that highlight.
Basketball season is here, and the South girls basketball team has started their season with a friendly scrimmage against some of its alumni. Many of the alumni players graduated just a year or two before some of the current players, so it looked to be a very competitive game. Early in the first half, the South team shows the alumni who really own the court. With the score 14-0 for South, the girls will run a few plays against the alumni players, which set them up for easy jumpers. Their outside game will be key for this season. The alumni team show they still could play with a few late threes in the first half. Right before the half, this nice move by an alumni player would put the score 36-23. In the second half, the alumni team would come out more aggressive and won. Even though the game was friendly, both teams got physical, which is something the South team can expect during the regular season. The South team led the whole scrimmage, and this soft floater showed they weren't giving up the lead. South showed some defense and quickly turned it into an easy 2 points. This behind-the-back move, finished off with a three-pointer, would be the alumni's last impressive play. With seconds left, South ends the scrimmage at 62-45. The Spartans look very prepared for this season.
We're actually focusing on our defense and pushing the ball. Since we're a small team, we want to try to run a lot of people. And we focus on a lot of conditioning preseason, so we're going to try to use it in season.
Two former South basketball players expect the girls to do great things this season.
Yeah, definitely. They have a lot of energy and a lot of talent coming up, especially too. So they're going to be just fine. They have a really great coaching staff, and I mean the shooters out here, like you saw tonight, they're lighting up the outside by three-pointers. So I mean they definitely got going on.
Spartan basketball fans can find more information about the girls' upcoming season and their schedule at the team website. At South High School, I'm Aaron Giddens for the Sports Desk.
Coming up after the break, everybody, we're in the mood of celebrating some accomplishments this week. We're also looking ahead at the same time. Going to put them both together for you after the break, showing you one athlete who's chasing a lifelong dream on the field and using the pursuit of a college diploma to get there.
We are this close.
We are this close.
We're this close.
This close to making history.
This close.
From 120.
We are this close.
We are this close.
This close. This close to changing the world. We are this close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease ever again.
We are this close to making history.
We are this close to ending polio.
This close to ending polio.
We're this close.
This close.
This close to ending polio.
This close.
We are this close to ending polio.
All we need is you.
All we need is you.
All we need is you.
Is you.
We are this close. This close.
If we don't act now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
All right, welcome back to the Sports Desk. For most sports fans, former and current athletes, your sport can often be your first love. For El Camino pitcher Ralphie Ramirez, that love has always been a dream to play in the big leagues. And in a sport where high school grads can either go on to perfect their craft in the minors, dedicating their young adult lives to small paychecks in the bus leagues, or you could take the slow and steady route by getting an education on and off the field like Ramirez has chosen. Jenny Phillips has that story.
Even though baseball season seems far down the road, the El Camino Warriors have been working hard year-round. It's been an especially exciting offseason for starting pitcher Ralphie Ramirez, who just signed with Tennessee. I had the opportunity to sit down with Ramirez and discuss his accomplishments.
Even at a young age, Ramirez knew baseball would be a lifetime passion of his.
It all started off when I was 5 years old. My first sport was actually soccer. And then after soccer season, my dad brought me on to play baseball. He got me a glove, got me the bat. We started playing catch in the front yard, and I picked up. I had a great arm. At a young age. I made all-stars every year in the league.
As a young baseball fan, Ramirez looked up to many players, seeing what it meant to be a leader and hoping to one day become one himself.
The great players that have played throughout history, I want to be part of that. That's my dream, to make it to the big leagues, and dedicate my athletic abilities to be a great player, be a great person, be on and off the field, follow their steps. I just want to be that guy people look up to, little kids look up to, wearing my jerseys around. I want all that. That's just my biggest dream, and it's starting right now.
There was never any doubt in Ramirez's mind that he would pursue these dreams. He welcomed the challenges presented to him each step along the way of his baseball career.
The level of play, how it just changes. As you get older, I just wanted to do this the rest of my life. There's nothing more I wanted. There's no other passion. I wasn't passionate for anything else. As a baseball player, you always want to get drafted, but it doesn't always go as planned as how you think. Of course, I want to be drafted someday, but the college route I was focused on that the whole time since day one. I want to go to college, and just in case something happens, I just something to fall back on.
Ramirez's work ethic combined with his talent is sure to take him far. Kids, make sure you get your autographs when you can, because this guy is gonna be in the big leagues soon. From El Camino College, I'm Jenny Phillips for the Sports Desk.
All right, just to understand how great it is to go play for a program like the Tennessee Volunteers, Ramirez will be joining a school that has 9 NCAA tourney appearances and 4 College World Series berths in its history. Another notable Volunteer alum who had the same dream as Ralphie, 2012 National League Cy Young winner, R.A. Dickey of the New York Mets. So congrats to Ralphie. We're looking forward to seeing what he can accomplish on the mound this year at El Camino before taking that next step towards his dream. And if you haven't noticed by now, we're obviously in the spirit of celebrating and acknowledging this week on the show. So before we go, I'm just going to shoot you one more good one. Huge congratulations to South High graduate Greg Mahan. He set 2 United States Powerlifting Association records in Las Vegas last week for his 255-pound weight class. He set a bench press record of 418 pounds in the deadlift. Get this, 651 pounds. It's like 4 wands right there. Pretty impressive. So if you happen to be at Dave's Powerhouse Gym here in Torrance, where Greg trains, be sure to stop in, congratulate him on amazing personal achievement. Okay, anybody else in town you can think of that's doing something amazing on or off the field, shoot us a call or send an email to the sports desk at torranceca.gov. We're always looking for unique stories and athletes to feature, so just let us know. All right, everybody, that's going to do it for us this week. Pretty pumped up about North High and West High taking on those CIF championship games. You want to catch the highlights, you need to make sure you come on back next week. We'll see you then.